Hey, it's Jan Onstadt, Senior Sales Director from the Nashville, Tennessee area. How are you tonight? Man, today, I don't know about you, but I just sort of feel like it was a gray day here in the Nashville area again. And I just feel like, oh, okay. And I just feel like, will spring ever get here? Oh my gosh. So tonight we are going to talk about making this a spring fling, even when the weather is not cooperating. So you might look and see I'm kind of blank here tonight. So I'm going to see if I can fix that for you. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to take off some eye makeup and we'll put on some cheeks and some lips. Oh, I hope I have a lip liner pencil here because I think, yeah, that'll be really important. And I want to just show you some new goodies for spring that are just going to usher in that spring feel. And I know this weekend we're going to get hit with the, what is it, daylight savings time? And we're going to give up an hour of sleep. Okay. So, anyway, I know we'll all be doing it together, but sometimes it takes like a week to get that's like jet lag or something, and you just can't seem to get over it. I mean, it's easier to fly to a different time zone and come back than it is to have your time zone messed up a little bit, right? Anybody with me? Well, before we go any further, make sure you do two things. Number one, show up in the comments. And number two, if you will just pop in there and say to StreamYard, click that little blue link that says StreamYard. Every single time you come on here, you have to give StreamYard the blessing to use your Facebook name. I see we have a comment already. Bring spring, I'm cold. Yes. Okay. So you know what? You either need to identify yourself through StreamYard or just say, hi, this is whatever. So, but you'll have to say that on every comment because it just has this little blank face. Oh man, if you could only see what I see. So let me see if I can get ready. While we're doing that, I want to just share a little bit of fun. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen. Oh man, I have frozen. I'm frozen. What am I going to do? I'm frozen. All right. There we go. I was just frozen for a minute. Did you notice that? Oh my gosh. All right. So we're going to see this video. How much fun is this going to be? And here we go. Here we go.
I started my Mary Kay business 5 years ago and fell in love with the flexibility and freedom in this opportunity. My why is my son, Logan. He has type 1 diabetes and is my world. Knowing he was watching me and learning to fight his own giant with type 1 diabetes, hearing him say, I can do hard things, encouraged me to say, I can do hard things. And so that was our saying, him and I, that was our saying, I can do hard things. And knowing that he was watching me and tracking with me what I was working on, that I've loved being able to stay at home with him, design my life around his needs, his medical needs. I've been blessed to earn the use of several Mary Kay vehicles and earn a top trip in Mary Kay, and then have just absolutely loved the recognition and the rewards, the self-improvement, the personal growth that I've experienced in this business.
Yes, 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 yes. I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, well, let me come back to the screen here and show my naked face. I just took my eye makeup off. Well, all except for the eyeliner and mascara because that kind of creates a hot mess. But yes, I can do hard things. And that's such a great thing to teach our kids. And that's something I love about Mary Kay is that I think I was a better parent because than I would have been. Not than you, okay? Than I would have been because of the training that Mary Kay taught me about how to be positive, how to look at the bright side. I grew up in a very negative world and, dog eat dog. And so, I really think I would have passed that on to our kids if I had not had a lot of the training from Mary Kay. And if I had it to do over again, I'd do even more of teaching them how to affirm themselves by saying things like, I can do hard things. I think that's such a great, we learned so much in Mary Kay, I got to tell you. All right, well, let me share my spring fun, okay? Because there's some slides I have for you. Oh, yes. Let me see. I got to get this view just right. See, you two can be great at this because, like, all right, I really didn't mean for it to go like that. Hang on a second. How about that? No. How about this? There we go. Okay, so you can see that a lot bigger. Okay, so here are some new looks for spring. Are you super excited? I'm going to do this top one in just a little bit. Crystalline, granite, and dusty rose. So, the pinks and the corals always get big in the spring, and you're going to see a lot of the, pinks going into plums. And because of Barbie, pink is the new it color. Although Pantone says that peach fuzz, I think, is the name of the color that they pick, but it's more of a coral peach. That's the color of the year. And of course, we have the look of the year that's based on that too. But I love this because it's very soft, as you'll see in just a minute. Now, I like to use a little more contrasting look. This bottom look looks fun too. It's very soft. Frozen Iris is a barely plum, if you want to call it that. And let's see, this is more the coral side. And so coral confetti and always apricot lip color are super soft as well. Fancy Nancy lip gloss. Oh man, that is fun. That's a fun shade. I think that's everyone's favorite. But to go a little bit more brown, or this moss color, now you're going to see that again in a minute. I think this moss shade is really underplayed. Moss is beautiful. And you know what? We need to use it more often. We really do. It's a gorgeous shade. So as you're watching this, please get in the comments and tell me, hey, I want the soft spring look with the granite, or I want the soft spring look with the frozen iris. Like, do you want the sample card for this? I'm happy to send it to you because sometimes I love that about Mary Kay. You get to try before you buy. Or maybe you want to try the look with cinnabar or the look with moss. We'll just call it the accent shade here. Okay. So did you get those? So I don't know why they put this one in the middle, but granite is going to be our accent shade, frozen iris, and cinnabar and moss. So let me know which one of these shades that you'd like to try in a sample card. Put it in the chat box right now in the comments, because you know what? We're going to do a spinning wheel drawing in here in just a little bit. And you're going to be wishing that you had all of this. Yes, it's so much fun. All right, here's another one. Flower Power. Again, you're going to see the pinks and plums in this. So this one's got the Merlot and golden mauve. Now, I was taught that you say this, not like taupe, mauve. Okay, not mauve, but mauve. And a makeup artist taught me that. So I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I'm going to call it golden mauve because he did train me that. And then Dusty Rose, I use that shade frequently, and Blossom. And of course, the nudes are big. So this look's got a name. It's called Flower Power, maybe. And this one doesn't have a cheek color with it. So maybe you just use the name Flower Power if that's the look you want to play with. How about Cherry Blossom? Again, the pinks and the plums are big. So this one has a little bit different configuration than the last one. Merlot, Dusty Rose, Biscotti, and Sunlit Rose. So a lot of the rose and, cherry blossoms are big. I don't know about you, but I think it's dogwood trees that are all white. Is that what it is? Somebody put in the chat box if you know your trees. I don't know anything about trees. I just know They're in full bloom and it looks almost like white snow all over the tree. So it's a white blossom that is on the tree, not the pink ones. All right. And then here is spring flowers, blossom, sunlit rose, dusty rose. And here it is, the underplayed moss. Okay. At least you have to ask for a sample of moss, right? So I'm going to come back here and we're going to try this on. So I'm going to, I'm going to go for that first look with the, what is it? Granite is my go-to on that one. So I'm going to do something you probably have not thought about yet. Oh man, my glasses seem to be kind of smudged up. So I'm seeing all in my bright lights here. I'm seeing all the smudges on them. Oh my heavens. Okay. So what I'm going to do is start. This is what I always do. Oh wait, I didn't do that. Right. I'm going to start with eye primer. Now, if you don't have eye primer, you're missing out and it's been discontinued. So if your consultant hoarded it like I did, you better ask her for it now while she still has it. This little puppy is like Elmer's for eyelids. It will hold everything on like glue and make everything more intense. All right. So I'm going to put it on both eyes and we're just going to let that set in for just a minute and try not to smudge myself. Woof. Okay. I should have brought Q-tips. What was I thinking? You know, I try to get everything here at my little Zoom station and sometimes, well, I manage it and sometimes I don't. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is concealer. And a lot of people think that this is for the dark circles under the eyes. But if you have them under the eyes, you've got them on the eyelid too. And when I wake up in the morning, it's like red and purple all the way around here. Looks like I got hit in the eye. I promise it wasn't that. I didn't run into a doorknob or anything like that either. So anyway, I always start on the eyelid. And I mean, I paint this on super generously there and then get it in the corner right here. And I know nobody probably uses as much as I do. I know that looks ridiculous, but give me a minute. I'm going to use a little egg-shaped sponge and blend that in. And the leftovers are going underneath here and around the nostril. Okay, so that gives you kind of a blank slate to start with. Now, it's a good idea to set this with the powder. And so what I use as my powder for everything, kind of as an eyeshadow base, is Biscotti. And it's just a matte, kind of a light shade. It's not white. It's got a little bit of skin tone. And so I use a sponge tip with this because I really want to pat it on and set that liquid that I just put on with the concealer around the eye area. And I really want to get it right in that inside corner right there. All right, let's come back and do that on the other side. So again, I'm going to get it in this inside corner right here and really paint it on like I'm painting the barn. Yep, I kind of am. It's pretty bold. It's pretty outrageous. And then I'm going to pat that in and use the leftovers on the sponge underneath and around the nostril because we want to have that brightness in the center of the face, right? Okay, now I'm going to use my brush set. And I love this brush set because it has this beautiful little clutch and 5 brushes in it for only 56. I mean, these are some great tools. 3 eye brushes, a cheek brush, and a big fluffy powder brush or blending brush. And so let me get started with the eyes. Now, before I do that, I always do the eyeliner. And I've got a little bit of eyeliner on, but this one calls for Steely. And I'm going to go ahead and put another coat of eyeliner on. I love Steely because it's kind of a softer black. It's not as harsh. And just going to hold that eye steady. And I'm going to do a tiny bit underneath as well. Just a tiny bit, not a bunch. And remember your eyeliner, it needs to be thicker at the outside than it is at the inside corner. I don't know if that helps you to see that. Now I'm going to take this little angle brush and I'm going to start with granite. And granite is right here with my thumb. And I love granite because it's a very neutral shade. I'm going to do that little V at the outside corner right there. And it just gives a little depth of color. And I'm going to start there. You know what I forgot to bring was a blending brush. Oh, well, we'll blend it with this. Just blend it right into the crease a little bit and soften it. There we go. So you've just defined that outside corner of the eye. All right, show up in the comments. Keep on going. Yes, purple eyes in the morning. That's right. Okay. And I'm going to do it on the other side. Yep. I want to get a little bit more color going over here, a little more depth of color. Maybe I just can't see it in this eye very well, but it looks like it's not sticking like I'd like it to. I'm just going to chalk it up to maturity. Ha! Anybody else? All right, so I'm going to just kind of blend that inward. Now I'm going to use Dusty Rose right here in the middle. And I'm going to do that kind of undercupping the bone right here. And it just creates a little softness, a little curve. And I'm going to do it over the edge of the granite. So it softens the granite. Right there. Here we go. And sometimes fingers are great blenders, right? And then this one's got crystalline for the highlight shade. And I love crystalline. I'm not going to do it all over the lid, which is why I did biscotti first. I'm just going to tap it over the iris and up underneath the brow bone and just soften the edges. And this is like a spotlight. Crystalline's a magic shade. It really is. It brings the magic. So that just adds a little brightness. Now, I never did really get my mascara on very well today, so I'm going to go ahead and take a minute and do a little bit more mascara. You know, it's always better to put 2 coats of mascara on, but put them on in close proximity to each other, not hours and hours apart, because then you get a little more clumpy. All right, they start to stick together. Here we go. But I'd like a little more action with these. I'm using Fanorama. That is my favorite mascara. I'm just kind of touching that up. So you can see this is a very easy, neutral, can't screw it up look on the eyes. Yeah. You know, I think granite's going to become my new favorite. I really think so. All right, let's go to cheeks. Those of you, raise your hand if you are wanting more information on highlighting and contouring. Raise your hand, get in the comments, let me know. So I'm going to do a little contour right here with Latte Contour. And I'm going to take this cheek brush, which is shaped just like your cheek, undercupping the cheek. And I'm going to take the butt of the brush to do the contour. So you see, I'm going to tap some of that out. Woof, look at that. So that's why you tap it out. And I'm just going to go underneath the cheekbone just slightly right there. See where that is? And I got a square jawline, so let's try to disappear that. And maybe you want to go down your throat. That might be helpful too. Now I'm also going to go up underneath the bangs. So it's just kind of like the perimeter. Let's see if I can make that happen on the second side. And here we go, just a little indentation. And then, you know, I'm going to hit my jawline because it's very square and soften it and maybe just go down throat area a little bit and up around the forehead. And that just softens everything right there, makes a huge difference. And now I'm going to use hint of pink cheek color. And I'm going to use the center area of this brush to get the color on. And that's kind of what it looks like. And then I'm going to tap it out like this. And then I'm going to come back here by my ear and pat it around in a circle above and below that bone and bring it forward. Now, you never want your cheek color to come in any further than this outside corner of the eye. So we'll try the other side too and just add a little bit of color to that cheekbone. Now we're going to take this part of the brush and do our highlighter glazed right here. And I'm going to do it at the top of the cheekbone. So it's almost like, you know, what do they call that? Neapolitan ice cream, right? We had the darker, and then that's the chocolate, the strawberry, and the vanilla right there. So this is just going to give you a little glow. That's what I like to have on the apples of the cheeks. And you know what they say is down the center of the face too. Would be a great place for a little bit of glow. Now I'm going to use some rose lip liner because that's a neutral for me. And our new ones are out of stock. So I had to go back to my old ones, which of course worked for 100 years, right? So start in the center and work your way to the outside corners. Now I'm going to fill it in because your lip color will stay on longer if you fill it in. So keep those comments coming because I want to put you in the spinning wheel drawing for next week. All right, the look that goes with this, let's see. What was the name of the lip color? Let me dial it back. It is Raspberry Ice. That's what it is, Raspberry Ice. So I'm going to get a little bit on my wand. And, oh yeah, that's Raspberry Ice for you. And it's kind of a neutrally pink. And so just a little light, soft, easy, everyday look. And we're going to top that off with a little bit of pink ballerina lip gloss. Oh, yeah. I'm liking this. It's just easy. Easy peasy. You can't mess it up. And I'm going to start recommending this easy peasy look a lot more often, I think. All right. Well, now let's talk about what else is cool and new for spring. Because Mary Kay has just come out. Yeah, what do you think? I'd love to hear. Yes, that's kind of an improvement over what I was looking like before. A little rocky. Ready to move into spring. All right, let me share my screen again. And, oh, it says I'm still sharing. We'll just go right over here and see. There we go. I'm still there. All right, so that was our look that we tried here at the top with Crystalline Granite and Dusty Rose. So let me know which one of these you want the samples for. And I will be glad to send them your way so you can try before you buy. Now here's something fun. Oh my gosh, just a burst of sweet spring coming right to you. And Mary Kay's got these fun 3 hand creams. We have passion flower, and I've got, let's see, well, passion flower is the middle one. I've got berries and rose. So this has blackberry blossom, rose, and vanilla. And this is a little bit different formula than our regular shea butter hand cream. And I like it. It's just a burst of freshness for spring. So we have berries and rose, and then passion flower is the name of this one. It has passion fruit, peony, and amber. Oh yeah, that's I don't know. I think the berries and rose is my favorite. And then maybe it might be a tie between these two. I'm thinking the passion flower is really good. Now this Island Mist and Jasmine. Oh my goodness, this one is fresh. Let's see, did I get the right one? Here it is. Fresh and very perky, very perky. It's just completely different. It's got Italian lemon, star jasmine, and Granny Smith apple. Yeah, you see it in the picture right there. But self-care, plus self-love, right? And now these are limited editions. And somewhere I think I heard that one of them is already sold out. So you better get with your consultant like ASAP. But what a great way. They're only $10 each. So what a great way to just add a little burst of that freshness for spring. And here is beyond a burst. It is our Boundless Blue fragrance. Oh my gosh, smells so fresh. It's not like anything we've had before. And if you got a lookbook magazine from your consultant, this smells like a little bit like the ocean to me. I love it. And of course, I could tell you all the fun things that it has in it, but it would probably, for a lot of us, it goes over the top of the head. But I want you to know that this has a top note, a middle note, and a bottom note. The top note is right as it comes out of the bottle for the first 10 minutes. Then the middle note, it settles in for several hours in the middle note. So the middle note is really the most important. And then the bottom note is like later in the day. But it is fun to spritz yourself with a little fun for spring, or even like to spritz a little card and stick it in your purse if you don't want it on you, just to add, fragrance. It attaches to your memory. It really does. All right. And then our sunscreen. Oh my gosh. You might even want a sample of our sunscreen. That would be a lot of fun. There are two kinds of sunscreen. There is a physical sunscreen and a chemical sunscreen. All of our SPF moisturizers, day creams, all that has a chemical sunscreen. And what that means is that when the UVA, UVB rays hit your skin, it absorbs those rays and converts it to a harmless form of energy. A physical barrier is just like it sounds. It's kind of like the zinc oxide way that it just deflects the sun and it can't get in. So this is a facial mineral SPF, and you want to put your SPF on last, and of course always reapply. And just in time for Easter. Oh my gosh. But speaking of Easter, can't you just see these fun little hand creams in the Easter basket? Yes, they are great little gifts for the Easter basket. And a new pedicure kit, which I don't even have yet. And it is a limited edition. So you have to hop on it. Haha, pun there. So rosemary mint foot scrub, rosemary mint foot lotion, heart-shaped pumice stone, and nail buffer are the items that are in that little package. Isn't that heart-shaped buffer, the pumice stone, cute? It's so cute. And it's only $30. So this makes a great gift set for spring. So if you've got people who have spring, it's fun to hold a pedicure party with girlfriends. If you have like bridal showers, baby showers, got to take care of mama, right? Anniversaries, birthdays, all the holidays, Easter, Mother's Day, all of that comes up in the spring. All right. Well, let me see if I can stop sharing my screen and come back, because it is time for us to do the spinning wheel and find out who our winner was from last week's Amazing. So let me share just a minute. And yes, we'll do Amazing. And we have Christy Giles Ward, Dawn Kramer, and Jody Cooper on here. Oh, yes, this is how we do it. Okay, are we ready to find out who is going to win a fun Amazing and spring package? Are you ready? Here it goes. And the winner is, Jody, Spring Fling winner. Well, it's actually Amazing winner, right? So, well, thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you caught some freshness for spring. And like I said, even if you're watching replay, show up in the comments and let us know what we can do. Send a sample, what you'd like to try. and have some fun with it. Bring some freshness into the doldrums of this season of the year. Let's get it started. Let's get the spring party started. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.